Lahore Qalandars vs Multan Sultans. First qualifier highlights. Multan Sultans have won the toss and have opted to bat. Usman Khan and Rizwan are at the crease. Usman Khan is on strike. Shaheen Afridi will open the attack. 0.5. Shaheen Afridi to Rizwan 4. Nicely played, on a good length and angling across the right-hander. 0.6. Shaheen Afridi to Rizwan 4. Edged and 4. Short and wide of off. Rizwan threw his hands on the cut. Gets a thick top edge that went flying over the lone slip. 2.2. Shaheen Afridi to Rizwan 4. Short, wide and 4. Width on offer, and Rizwan makes the most of it, rides the bounce, and cuts it square past point for a boundary. 3.5. Wiese to Usman Khan 4. Smashed. Friendly full toss from Wiese. Usman backs away, opens up the offside, and then finds the gap wide of extra cover for a boundary. 4.2. Zaman Khan to Usman Khan 4. Full toss on the pads. That's a gift, and Usman accepts it with glee. Flicks it over mid-wicket, and the ball races away to the ropes. 4.4. Zaman Khan to Usman Khan 4. Poor delivery from Zaman. Short and down leg. Usman shuffles across. 4.5. Zaman Khan to Usman Khan 4. Usman is getting into his work. Now runs down the pitch, waits on the short ball, and then thumps the pull over mid-wicket. 7.3. Rauf to Usman Khan, out bowled chopped on. The slower ball doing the trick for Rauf was the cutter that slid on with the angle. Usman had backed away on the dab, gets an under edge, and the ball bounces onto the stumps. An useful hand from Usman. But having consumed so many balls, the Sultans would have wanted him to go further. 9.1. Rauf to Raza 6. Top edge and 6. Banged in short by Rauf. Raza was rocking back on the pull, is late on the shot, and the big edge flew over the keeper's head. The pace of Rauf taking it over the ropes. 10.1. Zaman Khan to Raza, out caught by Rauf a skier. And Raza has holed out to long on. That's a big blow for the Sultans. Raza was their middle overs and forces, and he falls cheaply tonight. Zaman kept it full and outside off Raza. Wiese, looking to drag it over to the onside. Doesn't get it anywhere near the middle of the bat. Lots of height and very little in terms of distance. Rauf settles under it at long on and holds on. 12.4. Rashid Khan to Pollard 6. There goes Pollard. Was flighted outside off. Pollard uses his reach and slogs way over the deep mid-wicket fence, and he did not get all of it too. 12.6. Rashid Khan to Rizwan, out bowled. There's the googly, and Rizwan goes for a big slog sweep and misses. Knelt down to play the shot, but misses, and the stumps are disturbed. Rashid Khan works his magic. 15.4. Zaman Khan to Tim David 4. Fine shot. A slower ball on a fuller length outside off. Tim David whips that through mid-wicket and beats deep mid-wicket. 15.6. Zaman Khan to Tim David 6. Another whip and over deep mid-wicket's head. A low, full toss outside off. Tim David delivers with a strong whip of the wrists. 16.1. Shaheen Afridi to Pollard 6. Pollard now gets into the act. A short of length delivery just outside off, and Pollard shows his power with a brutal pull over wide long on. 17.4. Rauf to Pollard 6. 145.4 kph. Slower ball short 1 dug in. Outside off. Pollard hangs back and muscles the pull over deep square leg. 17.5. Rauf to Pollard 4. What power from Pollard. Full on off, just a whip loft and what forearms and power. 18.2. Shaheen Afridi to Pollard 6. Another flat 6 from Pollard. No scoops this time. This is a half volley on the stumps. He backs away outside the leg stump and drills it flat straight down the ground for 6. 18.3. Shaheen Afridi to Pollard 6.50 for Pollard. Another half volley outside the leg stump. 18.6. Shaheen Afridi to Pollard 6. Third 6 of the over. Shaheen Afridi can only stare at Pollard. A slower ball on a length on the pads, drifting down. Flicked away and just clears the deep backward square leg fence. A few words between Pollard and Shaheen Shah. 19.2. Rauf to Pollard, out bowled, knocked him over. Pollard just tucks the bat inside his armpit and runs off without looking back at the roaring Rauf. 154 kph. Back of a length rocket on off Pollard pulls and misses. The off stump takes a walk. 19.3. Harris Rauf to Kushtal out bowled 2-2. 150.3 kph and Harris Rauf is pumped from round the wicket and angled in on a back of a length. Was the cross seamer 2, Kushtal inside edges the pull on to his leg stump. 19.6. Harris Rauf to Tim David 2 runs. Another slower ball on a fuller length outside off, slogged, and a big top edge goes into the air. Rashid runs and dives forward, but the ball just lands short. Superb sprint though, and Multan end on 160. Mirza Baig and Fakhar Zaman are at the crease. Mirza Baig is on strike. Cottrell will open the attack. 1.4. Anwar Ali to Fakhar Zaman 4. Lovely shot. A floaty slower delivery outside off, full and Fakhar Zaman gets forward to drive wide of the offside field, right into the gap. 2.1. Cottrell to Mirza Baig 6. Top shot. A back of a length delivery angling into the pads. Mirza Baig whips that nonchalantly over deep backward square leg, flies away. 2.2. Cottrell to Mirza Baig out caught by Rizwan. Cottrell has his revenge, and he does the salute. Full and angling away from Mirza Baig, asking him to go for a big drive. The batter does, and the thick outside edge is easily taken by Rizwan. 2.4. Cottrell to Shafique, out LBW2 in the over, and the entire Multan team surround Cottrell. They are pumped. The in-swinger on a good length and shapes back in. Shafique shuffles across and plays all around it, misses and is dead. 3.5. Anwar Ali to Fakhar Zaman out bowled. Anwar Ali has bowled Fakhar Zaman, and he is running away in celebration. A cross seamer on a good length on off pitches and nips back in through the gate as Fakhar looks to turn to leg. The ball misses the inside edge and clips the top of off stump. Multan on fire. 4.3. Cottrell to Billings 4. Lovely. That should give plenty of confidence for Billings back of a length. And just outside off, he stands tall, and then punches it in front of square on the offside, beat cover, and runs away to the ropes. 4.5. Cottrell to Shaheen Afridi, out caught by Usman Khan. Shaheen's call to promote himself hasn't worked, and he's left his team in a bigger hole. A juicy full toss on the leg stump line was there to be put away, but Shaheen's looked to work it very square on the onside, close the bat face, and the leading edge lobbed over to the offside. Usman runs across to his right and completes a simple catch. 9.1. Pollard to Billings, out Talat run out a direct hit at the striker's end. Aleem nods his head and calls for the third umpire. Talat looks to be in trouble, and he's short by a long way. Clumsy running, and the Qalandars have lost a fifth wicket. Was dabbed straight to backward point, and Billings set off for a quick single. Was a risky run, but Talat hardly made an effort, was casual in his running, and then tried to plunk his bat down. Had given up, and Usman's direct hit found him well short. 9.5. Pollard to Raza, out caught by Afridi. Raza goes for glory and puts his team further in the hole. A superb catch from Afridi. Ran to his left from deep square leg, didn't let the fielder running across distract him, tumbled over, and then completed a two-handed catch. 10.1. Isanella to Wiese, 4. The bouncer from Isanella took off from a length and left his keeper with no chance. Runs away for 4 byes. 10.5. Isanella to Billings, out caught by Cottrell catching practice at deep square leg, and Qalandars have lost their last hope. Fraction short and Billings was shaping for the pull, rushed onto him, and he couldn't quite control the shot. Hit slightly high on the bat, and lobbed into the hands of Cottrell at deep square leg. 11.2. Usama Mir to Rashid Khan, out stumped. Rashid Khan runs down the pitch, and he'll have to run all the way to the pavilion. A preempted charge down the pitch. Usama saw it coming and darted one short and at the stumps, bounced over Rashid's slog, and Rizwan does the rest. They check if there was any bat on that. There ain't any, and he's anyway out for a duck. The third umpire also checks if Rizwan had his gloves in front of the wicket as he collected. He's fine on that count as well. 11.6. Usama Mir to Wiese, 4. Cracking shot. Dropped short and wide of off. Cut away behind point, and it runs away for a boundary. 12.1. Isanella to Harris Rauf, 4. Foolish outside off. Harris Rauf flat bats the drive wide of mid-off, stayed back and slammed it away. 12.2. Isanella to Harris Rauf, 6. Harris Rauf meeting fire with fire. A length delivery on the stumps. He clears his front leg and launches Isanilla over long on for a biggie. 12.6. Isanilla to Harris Rauf for a low full toss outside off. Harris Rauf slams it wide of the diving extra cover. 13.1. Usama Mir to Wiese. 6. What a horrible ball. Dragged so short on the stumps. Wiese goes on the back foot to pull meatily over deep square leg. 13.5. Usama Mir to Wiese. Out LBW the quicker ball on the stumps. Wiese thinks it's short and goes for a pull, but it skids through and defeats the shot. Hit on the back leg, and that's plumb. The review was just taken for formality's sake. 14.3. Is Afridi to Harris Rauf. Out caught by Rizwan all over. Lahore have been smashed to a thumping defeat. Full outside off. Harris Rauf slogs and there's a thin outside edge which Rizwan comes forward to take it. Aleem Dar raises the finger and it's celebration time. What a performance from Multan. They reach their third consecutive PSL final.